everybody! 大家好! I welcome you to Jade Palace Yamingong. My name is Yaya. This artifact is often linked with the mandate of heaven. What is it and what became of it? So let's get started. In my hand is a HeShiBi, which translates to jade disc. In Chinese history, we have a very famous jade disc that is perhaps one of the most valuable of ancient artifacts, said to have been as valuable as the same worth of multiple cities. The He Shi Bi was a ceremonial jade disc, which played a very important role in ancient Chinese history. It dates back around 2,000 years ago and was heavily sought after. He Shi Bi translates to jade disc of He. The reason it's called this is because it's named after its creator, Bian He. It was made during the spring-autumn period in the state of Chu. It's always the Chu state. According to legend, Bian He was a jeweler and found what he thought was a perfect specimen of jade. From his experience as a jeweler, he could tell that it was a precious piece of jade just by looks. However, it was concealed by an outer layer of rough stone. Instead of opening the stone, he decided to present it as is. Probably not the best idea. Bian He took the rock to King Li of Chu, Chu Li Wang, and presented it to him. However, King Li took one look at the rock and did not believe the value of the jade. Instead, thinking the jeweler was trying to deceive him, ordered for Bian He's left leg to be cut off. When the next king took the throne, Bian He decided to try his luck again. He presented the uncut stone to the King Wu of Chu, Chu Wu Wang. King Wu also didn't believe the man, and also thinking that Bian He was trying to scam him, decided to have Bian He's other leg cut off. This poor man, both his legs are gone, and at this point I would have given up. I would have given up the first time, but Bian He really believed in the stone. Again, Bian He continued to test his luck. When the next king, Chu Wen Wang, King Wen of Chu, took the throne, Bian He presented the stone again. The king asked the jeweler why he was so adamant, especially after losing both his legs. Bian He began to cry, like full-on sobbing and ugly crying, and responded, "This is a priceless piece of jade, but it has been regarded as trash by the last two kings. I am not sad about the loss of my legs, but that this stone will continue to be overlooked." King Wen was skeptical, but decided to have his best sculptors assess the stone. When they cut into it, what they found was an incomparable piece of jade, white, pure, and flawless. So it was ordered for the jade to be cut into a disc. It was named He Shi Bi in honor of Bian He, the man who sacrificed his legs for it, and was regaled as a national treasure. So we're not exactly sure if this legend actually happened, but it has also been passed down as an allegory of advice, that a wise person, hoping to avoid punishment, should not offer uncut pieces of wisdom or statecraft to a ruler. Basically, don't run your mouth unless you know what you're saying. From then, the HeShiBi became more and more of a heavily sought after treasure. It was the national treasure of the state of Chu. But it wouldn't stay there for long. According to the strategies of the warring states, it would be stolen from the Chu state and reappear in the state of Zhao. Around 333 BCE, King Wei of Chu, Chu Wei Wang, decided to give the priceless jade disc to his prime minister. It was to show gratitude because he defeated the kingdom of Yue. The prime minister decided to throw a banquet to display and show off the HeShiBi for his guests. It was then when someone started to cause a ruckus. During the commotion, the jade disc suddenly disappeared. No one knew who took it or why, and no one knew what happened to it or where it went. But after a while, it appeared in the Zhao state. In 283 BCE, King Zhao Xiang of the Qin state decided to negotiate with the Zhao to attain the disc. He offered 15 cities and parts of their territory in exchange for the disc. This is also the origin of the saying that the HeShiBi had the equivalent value of multiple cities. Originally, the Zhao agreed and brought the disc to the Qin state. However, realizing that the king had no intentions of giving up his land, the minister of Zhao returned the disc safely to the Zhao state, using the excuse of pointing out its flaws, which originated the idiom 完璧归赵, meaning returning the jade back safely to Zhao. This idiom is used for the saying to return something intact to its rightful owner. Qin Shi Huang, who would later become the first emperor of China, was the ruler that finally attained the HeShiBi from the state of Zhao. When the Qin conquered the other 6 states, including the Zhao, in 221 BCE, the HeShiBi came under the Qin's possession. Under the order of Qin Shi Huang, the disc was made into his imperial seal and was engraved with 受命于天，既寿永昌. Having received the mandate of heaven, made the emperor enjoy prosperity and longevity. And so, since then, the HeShiBi was used as the imperial seal. It, along with artifacts like the Sui Hou Zhu, the Pearl of Marquis Sui, and the Jiu Ding, the 9 cauldrons, were linked with the right to rule. After Qin Shi Huang's reign, it continued to be passed down, even through the other dynasties. Emperor Gaozhu of Han received it in 206 BCE from the last emperor of the Qin dynasty, and it continued. It was linked with the mandate of heaven, meaning that possessing it gave you the God-given right to rule, and that the heavens were in favor of you ruling. It would be successfully passed down through the later dynasties. Unfortunately, it would be lost sometime between the Tang dynasty and the Ming dynasty. Yeah, that's a really big gap, like 1,000 years gap. But there was a lot of conflict in between. Though some legends said that it was actually buried with Qin Shi Huang and the one that was passed down was actually a replica. But those are just rumors and we'll probably never find out for sure. From historical documentation, all we knew was that the HeShiBi was made from jade. Remember the legend. It was made from a flawless piece of pure white jade. For a while, it was always thought that the disc was made from a whole piece of He Tian jade. When you think of jade, you usually think of a rich green color. He Tian jade looks a little different. It's usually on the lighter side and not as vibrant, which is why it was always thought to be He Tian jade. He Tian jade is also more commonly found. Some even speculate that it was made out of turquoise, labradorite, and so on. Most likely it wasn't. Jade is such a prized material and is considered a symbol of heaven in Chinese culture. The fact that this artifact was a symbol of the mandate of heaven for so many millennia means that it couldn't have been any material other than jade. As of recent years, we have probably found what the HeShiBi was most likely made out of. It's still jade, but with a twist. Most likely the material was 金玉, known for its ultra hardness and is of higher quality. It is also known as 金山玉 or 金山 jade. It is a newly classified type of jade that is rarer and higher quality than common jade. It is also found around the same area where Bianhe first found the priceless stone. The He Shi Bi was known not only for its purity, but also level of hardness. Jinyu has a hardness level generally between 8 to 10 degrees, which is due to precious metals and trace elements. These trace elements contribute to the hardness, gloss, and color, which matches the description of the He Shi Bi in historical documentations. Because it has been lost to legends and the stories surrounding it seem exaggerated, many modern historians question whether this artifact actually existed, some of which believe that it was more legend than fact. The chances of us finding the real He Shi Bi is basically slim to none. Realistically, it was most likely shattered during a period of discourse. But whether we do or don't, the legend continues to live as a legacy of our heritage. I have a Teespring. If you'd like to support the channel, I have a lot of super cute designs that I'm really proud of, so please check it out if you can. Link is in the description below. So what do you guys think? What do you think happened to this ancient artifact? Leave a comment down below because I would like to know. Please leave a comment if you can. It really does help out small channels like mine. You can also let me know what topics you'd like to see me cover in the future. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to Jade Palace Yamingong. I would very much appreciate it. And until next time, 再见啦!